Hey everyone, I'm Angie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be budgeting $1,039.36. This is one paycheck and also a reimbursement. If you're new to my channel, my husband and I are in our 50s and we have three main priorities for 2024. That is to pay off an investment property mortgage, contribute to our IRAs, and some other investments. So if that's content that you like, please like and subscribe. All right, so let's get to this budget. First of all, we need to go back to January. If you've seen any of my other Budget With Me videos, and I'll link some up above, you'll know that my dad reimburses us. We go get his groceries, and 2 weeks ago we got his groceries, but I didn't get the reimbursement from him because he writes a check, and so sometimes I'll just let it build up so he can just write 1 or 2 checks a month. So he did still owe for the last week in January, so $33.60. We want to make sure that we cover that and clear out January completely and have no underfunded or overspent in January. All right, let's move on to February. We still have 3 overspent categories. And let's open those categories up. Extra mortgage payment. We just had like a $2.68 charge kind of hanging out there, so I went ahead and took care of it. My dad, so he did reimburse us this one as well. So let's go ahead. So if you watched my last Budget With Me video, you'll know that we didn't have enough to cover our electric bill. And it's not that our account went negative. We had the money that I'm assigning now already in there when the bill came out, but I just hadn't updated YNAB. So let's go ahead and cover that. It is underfunded by $49.90. So we have $913.42 left to budget. In our giving category, since a good portion of that was a reimbursement, we're going to put $65 in for tithes. The birthday for this month's already been taken care of. Our priorities, we are not going to put anything in. The mortgage has already been paid. That was $632. As of right now, we're not going to put any more in the extra mortgage payment. One of our automatic drafts for our IRAs have already come out. The other one should be processing today or tomorrow. So we still have $200 in that category. We're not going to put anything right now into our investments. I normally just put $25 a month in that category, but I normally do it in the second paycheck of the month. We're going to skip month ahead. And I had talked about before adding a household pets category just so that I can kind of separate and see how much we spend on groceries. So I do have groceries here. We went shopping on Sunday and we spent $140.54, and it was all food. So we still have $9.46 left in that category. So I'm just going to add for this week. We do get paid on the 15th, and so we just need 1 week's worth of groceries. My dad, we don't do anything to that until we actually spend the money, and then he reimburses us like we did before. Eating out, we took the birthday person out to the Cheesecake Factory, and we ended up spending with tip and everything $169. That's for 4 people. We never spend that much money unless we have a special dinner when we're out vacation, or we take family out to eat. And then there was a Cinnabon in that mall, so my husband picked up 2 of those. So that was $14.25, and then he had a Burger King for lunch one day for $5.86. So we still have $57.38 left in that category. Again, I'll leave that overage till the end of the month, but we're going to add 130 more for next week. My husband filled up with gas for $23.27, and we're just going to add in $60 more for the upcoming week. So that takes care of all of our weekly bills. Let's move down to monthly. We covered that power bill spending. Whew, that was more than we've had in a really long time for our power bill. The water bill should be coming out. $45 should cover it. I know that it will be increasing. We have a rental property that we're getting ready right now. As a matter of fact, if you hear any background noise, I do apologize. They've got dump trucks and things out there in our side yard. They are cutting the driveway down to it. But I know that the water bill will be increasing because that will be added in, and it's just included in that person's rent. So we'll be responsible for paying that. But as of right now, hopefully the $45 will cover that. And that is not including sewage or trash pickup. We have to take off our own trash. The gym is not due to the 17th, or the internet or Paramount. So those could be paid with the next paycheck. It looks like we have $463.42 left. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and pay those. So I'll click all of those and hit underfunded. That's $148.13. So that we have those paid for. Medical. I don't know why this is showing that I've met my goal. I've deleted it and put it back in there. It's supposed to be $74 per month, and as you can see, we did not put anything in yet. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in because that previous $74 was from January. I'm not really sure. So that's taken care of. Miscellaneous, I'm only going to keep $25 in there. So that doesn't need to be funded. PayPal, I'm just waiting on that payment to come through. The bank fee is $1 per month. So we'll go ahead and put that in. And let's see. Interest earned is it's a very, very small amount. As you can see in that bank account, it's the interest on that is 0.05%. And that's why I don't like to keep a lot of money in it. Even though I'm trying to get a month ahead, I still don't want much money in that account because it earns so little interest. I would rather put it in our sinking funds, in our emergency fund account, because it's an online bank account, and right now it's earning 4.4%. So pretty big difference there. Looks like we have $240.29 left. So let me see where I want to put that. Look at the sinking funds. I do have some that need to be funded for this month. And we did use, my husband got tires for his car, so that was $690 that we spent this past week. Which that's why I love sinking funds, because you set aside money for these things. So we knew he was going to need tires, and we had it available, and it wasn't a big hit to our budget. So I'll need to start funding that up again. I usually keep about $1,200 in that account or category. So let's see. CVS membership is due April the 10th. Looks like we're underfunded by $12.50. Our Sam's Club membership is due in July. So it's underfunded by $17.15. Let's see what I want to do with the rest of it. I think that I'll go ahead and put some money in for each of our cars' tax and title. The Honda is due in October and the Outback is due in March. So that needs $196.88 to have those available. And that's all for our sinking funds. I'll start putting more in the car maintenance next month. Let me see what it says for March. Yeah, it's saying that we need to put some money in it in March, and that's what I'll do. I'll wait till then because we just got those tires. My tires are good. Don't need any oil changes or anything right now, so we'll just leave that. So $13.76. We'll just put that in our month ahead fund. And with that one, I have a target set for $1,472. And if you go ahead a month, so in March, let me click on priority. So we would need to choose our mortgage and our IRA here. And then our monthly, what that would be. And you can see that the underfunded is $1,450.13. So the month ahead budget right here will more than cover that, and it'll have a little bit of a buffer. And I don't want to do our weekly like our grocery, gas, and eating out. I just want to cover the bills for a month because, like I said, that account gets very, very little interest. I don't want too much money hanging out there. Okay, so that looks like we have covered everything. I'm going to go over it just one more time to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. And I think since I am self-employed and I can pay myself whenever I choose, I think I'll start paying myself on the opposite weeks that my husband gets paid. And I believe it'll just be easier to budget the money out and there won't be such gaps in our budget. And that'll help too with everything. So yeah, I believe everything is covered, like I said, in all of those. And I don't know if I've shown you yet, but this is our CD ladder. That's also in our online bank account. We have a CD from January. It's currently getting 5.3%. And I was going to open up one per month. So every month you have a CD mature and you can decide whether to move it out of that account or add more money to it. If it's a good interest rate, you can just decide to do something with it. And it's kind of like an emergency fund that has a guaranteed rate. But when I started opening them, so some of them have different rates because at that time you had to lock in a rate. So for February, I had to open one up a 9-month because it was getting a better interest rate and so on. So I have some that's doubled up. So like I have, my next one is in April and it's a 12-month CD. And when I opened it up last April, the rate was 4.5% annual percentage yield. Also in May was the same. But when I went to open up another one, the best rate was May. It was a 9-month, which it will mature in May. And that's why I have May on there. And it was 5%. I have two for June, one 12-month for 4.5%. You can tell I opened up these at the same, whoops, not that one, but yeah, that one and that one at the same time or at the same rates. For 12 months for 4.5%. And then I opened up another one at another time that it's going to mature in June, a 9-month at 5%. So you can see kind of why I just stopped doing it, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at different rates. And I'm good with that. That's a total of $6,031.11 in CDs. The one in January, this past January, it did mature. It went from 4.5% annual percentage yield to 5.3%. So we added another $1,000 in there. Last year, our interest was $31.11. So that's kind of an explanation on the CD ladders. You basically want to, most people open up 3 or 4, and some people open up 12. And like I said before, you'll have 1 per month. But I was just getting so much better rates at the 9 months that it kind of messed it up, or I doubled up on some of the month. But I'm okay with that. So I may open up some more. I'm not really sure, because it's like the last time I checked, I believe the best rates were on a 6-month CD. So we'll see. But for right now, I'm happy with those. So my next one will be coming mature in April, and we can decide what to do with that one. Yeah, so I think that covers everything for today. I really, really appreciate you stopping by and watching my videos. And again, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe on your way out. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at. Okay, see ya.